So welcome on in, everybody. Playing Pokemon Scarlet, continuing our playthrough. Last time we took on the last remaining Team Star base over here. And so that completed the majority of our map. We covered most of it pretty thoroughly, I thought, but there's some things we missed along the way because I haven't found all the stakes. But I don't know whether or not if I'll go back and try to find them or not. I guess we'll kind of see how I feel and how you feel going forward. If you want me to collect all the stakes and catch those special Pokemon, I could do that. Otherwise, I can just continue on with the story. Today, after finishing the Team Star battles, we are heading down to battle Arvin and to complete his storyline for the Titans, and then hopefully also come on over and face the Pokemon League and complete that storyline too today. We'll see if I have time in the next couple hours to do that, which we should. I think we should have time to do finish both storylines, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so why don't we jump right on into it here and fly on over. Nope, I want to fly. There we go. We'll fly on over and see what Arvin is up to. Yeah, and thanks again to everyone that followed yesterday. We had Maya and Idle Frog and Good Guy and Dexter's. Yeah, thanks for following. Yeah, I think that's the most I've had join me in one day, and truly grateful for it. And hope you guys really enjoy the stream as I've been playing this game. And yeah, I hope to get to chat with you guys on stream if you care to join or if you're watching. But hey, any support I get is welcome to a new streamer such as myself. So I don't remember if I saved yesterday or not, because I haven't shut my game off. So let's just give us a save before this, and let's go right on into battling Arvin. It says, all right, you ready for a battle, T-Dog? Yes, I am. Excellent. You're ready too, right, Mabostiff? Oh yeah, Mabostiff's ready. Mabostiff says he's ready. You're battling with Mabostiff? Oh yeah, I can see why you'd be worried. But my buddy here is bursting with energy. You'd never know he was so weak just a little while ago. Yes, that Herba Mystica really helped him out. Won't leave me alone, always whining at me, wanting to battle you and your Pokemon. It's been so long I nearly forgot, but he always did love to battle. Even if we always lost to the student council girl, the battle was a fantastic one. Anyway, my point is, there's no need to worry. We're brand new Arvin and Mabostiff, and we're feeling audacious, or maybe herbaceous. Let me give you a taste of what we can do. Challenged by Pokemon Trainer Arvin. He starts with Greedent. The Pokemon that I met during our hunt for the Herba Mystica are all stars. Ooh, got an earthquake. That's gotta hurt. student is down. Who's next? Welcome in, Inkster. Yeah. He's ready to battle with Mabostif, even though Mabostif was sick. But Garganackle, let's see. Let's go with Garchomp. This is not my first playthrough of the game. It's been a while since I played through it last. I played it at launch when it first came out. Played all the way through it, and I still play my main game from time to time. Since I've mostly 100% of it, percented it, minus like shiny hunting. I keep up on like the raid battles and stuff. When we get the 7-star Terra raid battles, I still do those on my main account. And then a while back, I started a playthrough where I wanted to see how far in the game I could go without ever getting my ride Pokemon, just to see if I could walk everywhere. And never finished it to see if I could complete it. But I played a good chunk of it without having a ride Pokemon. But that was a while back too. And then I recently started streaming. I'm a new streamer, and I just thought this would be a fun game to just kind of start out with, because I hadn't played it in a while. It's a lot of fun, and I was waiting at the time to get Skyward Sword for the Switch, because I wanted to play that as my first Zelda game that I played on stream. So yeah, so I picked this one to play, and yeah, it's just been playing through and made it through most of the game this way, and yeah, just having fun and hoping everyone that joins has fun too. How about yourself? Have you played this game? Cool. How do you like this game? I personally love the game. I don't think it deserved as much hate as it got, but I absolutely love the game. Yeah, I do enjoy the Terra Raid battle system in this game. I didn't do too much with Sword and Shield, and like the battle and the raid battles that they had in that game. But I really like them in this game. I thought they handled it pretty well. Yeah, I guess I could see that with the map. For I would say for Pokemon's first attempt at an open world type game, I think they did pretty good. I definitely do not do much with the sandwich. I guess you're right. Arceus would have been the first attempt for, but I guess I didn't really count that one just because of the fact that it was a different Pokemon style, I guess, than just the random one. But like I was saying though, with the sandwiches in this game, I like hardly ever do anything with sandwiches. Sword and Shield did have that as an open world area, but I don't know. So, but like I said, I didn't do a whole lot with Sword and Shield. I did play through it, but I was when it came to the Switch, I was actually late getting it. So I yes, I didn't have the money for it for a long time, and so it had actually been out for years before I had finally gotten it. So by the time I got Sword and Shield, I kind of did a playthrough of it, and then yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they did have some time to experiment with it. I think I'm gonna switch. But yeah, like I said, overall, I love the game. I think they did a good job with it. But I don't think any game is perfect. There's always ways to improve any game. But we can only hope that their next game, they listen to critiques and things that other gamers have had, and they improve it, you know. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I definitely took my time when I played through it the first time. It took me a bit of time to get through the game, and then I did the same thing with the DLC. I know a lot of people rush through the DLC really quick, and yeah, I took my time with it. I know it, but I do that a lot of times with games when I play on my own. I take a lot longer than some people. Like, because when you mentioned Legends Arceus, when I got that, I remember people going through and being like, oh yeah, I beat the game within within the first couple of days, and I think I was in Area 1 for like a week. Just grinding out every single Pokemon I could find and completing all of their stuff. And yeah, and I remember a weekend and I'm like, I'm still in Area 1 and people have already beat the whole game. Yeah, I do see a lot of people doing the special playthroughs for things. Yeah, like I said, being new to streaming, I thought it would be fun to just play the game through again because it had been a while for me. Yeah. The leveling up through raids and the rewards are really nice. I do like those a lot. Welcome in, Dexters. Yeah, nice to see you. How are you doing today? My playthrough of this one, like when I played through my original game, I did a lot of Terra Raid battles as I played through. This one, I was basically just playing a Terra Raid battle if it was a Pokemon I hadn't caught yet in this playthrough. like I said, I still play my main game for the Terra Raid battles. Sick of being at work, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'd love to just do this all day long, but but like I said, I'm new, so I'm just doing this for fun mostly at this point. So so yeah, I still do it in between having to work all the time. So yeah, good one. Yeah. Yep. Always good for a joke. They never get old for me. All right. There's Arvin's battle down. Yep. Yesterday I finished up the Team Star storyline. And so today I was going to try to get through this and the Pokemon League. Gonna need some more support. Pokemon in Area 0 are super strong. There are all sorts of weird machines there too. I'd say we need at least 2 more people. Somebody with champion ranks level skills and somebody who can deal with crazy tech. Yeah. I'd say Nimona, student council girl, should be perfect for the job, but I doubt she'd give us the time of day unless one of us was on her level, as in champion rank. But we've got to do what we've got to do. Whoever you think could help, just try to get in good with them. We'll see if we can't get a team together. Get in touch. If you make any progress, I'll do the same. Not really sure what Shigandez is, but so I don't think so. Oh, yeah. I fell for that one. We could do that if you want. We could do the Union Circle. Like I said, I was going to take on the Pokemon League, but if you want to do that, we can do some raid battles or something together if you like. Yeah, and like I said, I am early on in this game. I haven't unlocked the 5 or 6 star raid battles yet, but I just got like 3s and 4s myself. So it's up to you. I can start a Union Circle, or I could do the Pokemon League. What would you like? 'Cause I do this for me, but when I have people that want to play, then I want to open it up to you also, so we can have fun together. Okay. All right, then I will head on over. On a spot I missed along the way. Just an open door. Couldn't remember if there was a tunnel in there or not. But nope, just an open door. There, Mr. Trainer. Hi, I'm making my way to the Pokemon League. Let's battle to mark the occasion. Jackson the student. Meowth. Not even trying to put up a fight. Level 14. See ya. You look like you've got promise, kid. Let's give you a challenge to grow on. Well, let's see if you got somebody higher than a level 14. Cavi Paco. Oh, here we go. There's a good battle. Let's see. My favorite Pokemon has, from pretty much from the very beginning, has always been Mewtwo. Yeah, I was a Mewtwo fan from the beginning, and yeah, there's been some others that I like a lot too. I liked the gen with Kyogre and Groudon. They always kind of came in my list of favorites, and then of course in this newer gen, like I really like Koraidon and Miraidon as the ride Pokemon, but also as the legendaries they are. Yeah, I like them a lot too. I think this gen and had some pretty cool new Pokemon that I liked. And as far as shinies go, I don't really have a favorite shiny. They're just kind of what they are to me. I like when if I come across a shiny Pokemon or that in game, it's kind of like, oh, cool. But I've never been one that's been like, ooh, like overdoing it with shinies. But yeah, I think they're kind of cool though. Some of them are kind of neat. And I don't really have a favorite starter. It's just, yeah, most of the time with starters I tend to I kind of tend to veer towards like the fire types. Kind of what I tend to like a lot of times for starters. And then evolutions. Jolteon has kind of always been one of my favorites. So has Espeon. Espeon was kind of cool. And yeah, it's legendary, so that kind of fits in my favorite Pokemon. Also tend to be legendary, so yeah, so like Mewtwo is always kind of one of my favorites. And as far as the mythicals go, again, I kind of gear towards like some of the originals. So like Celebi was always a really cool mythical that I liked. Especially, I think some of it comes back towards like when they first came out in the Game Boy days. Those mythical ones were so incredibly rare, and it was like you couldn't find them and you couldn't get them. So it kind of kept a lot of that mystery to them. Kind of made them cool, I think. Whereas nowadays there's mythicals, but with people can tend to get mythicals pretty easy nowadays. So even though they're cool and I like them, I feel like a lot of the mystery is gone with the mysticals. And then as far as Pokemon games go, I am a huge fan of this one, honestly. Before this one, it was kind of like the Black and White series, were great Game Boy Pokemon games. Absolutely loved them. But then, and this game came out, and I would say it's right on par with those. Like, I just like this game in general. So, yeah. So that's kind of a rundown of my things. All right. And we ran into Gita. So this is it. You've decided to face the Pokemon League. The final test you must pass to become a champion is held right here in this building. I wish you the best of luck from the bottom of my heart. I look forward to meeting you again soon. What about you guys? What's your favorites in those categories that Dexter mentioned? Are you ready to face the Pokemon League's champion assessment? Let's do this. Let's see here. T-Dog from Naranja Academy. It appears you have a total of 8 gym badges. Very well, you may now proceed to the interview room. Yeah, and that's yeah exactly my point too, Dexter. Yeah, I was definitely not on the hate train for this game. I when it comes to graphics and little minor graphical bugs and things like that in games, I overlook them very easily if the game is good. And this game I felt was so good with everything they did with it, that yeah, I could overlook graphical, mishaps and things like that. The only real bug that really got me was actually very recent. It was actually, I think, on one of the first couple of days I streamed, where I went into a raid den, and the game froze. And it had never done that to me before, and it was the first time I did it, and I was like, "Wow, that's weird." But other than that, I haven't had much issues besides graphical things. And like I said, seeing as it's such a good game, the graphical stuff does not bother me at all. Yeah, cool. Yeah, those are good Pokemon too. Outbreaks that aren't real. Yeah, yeah. I guess I didn't think about that. I didn't do too much outbreak stuff in the game when I was playing through it. But yeah, I have. I yeah. I Now that you say it, I recognize a handful of times where I would go to an outbreak area and be like, "Hey, there's not very many Pokemon here. What's going on?" Hi, Rika will be your interviewer. Let's get started with the first portion of the champion assessment, the interview. First things first, let me see how many gym badges you have. Guy at the door already did that. He wouldn't have let me in if I didn't have all 8. Next, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Please think carefully, as you may automatically fail the interview depending on your answers. Let's begin. How did I get here today? Well, I walked in. Most of the post game stuff that I do now, I know when I played it back when it came out, I did a lot of post game stuff just in general. I tried to do some shiny hunting and things like that. Um, but I was mostly fill in the Pokedex. Like whenever I play a Pokemon game, I always want to complete the Pokedex. So I know I focused on that. And then when the DLCs came out, I did the same thing with the DLCs. I went through and I have it. And on my main account, I have every Pokemon in the boxes from each, and I have them separated in between the DLCs and the main game. And yeah, that's generally what I like to do. If I feel up to doing some shiny hunting, sometimes I will from time to time. But for me, that's more of a hassle than anything else. I don't always have the patience to sit there and try to do that a whole lot. But I still do the Terra raid battles, especially when they do like the 7 stars or the special Terra raids. I like to do those on my main game. But that's most of it. Other than that, if I'm not doing that, then I'm playing some other games, you know. And then of course looking forward to the Switch 2. I can't wait for that to come out in a month. And play some Mario Kart. I play a lot of other games, actually. I'm a huge Zelda fan. As I don't know if you were here earlier when I mentioned, but I started playing this game through because I didn't have Skyward Sword yet, and I wanted to start with Skyward Sword on stream, and I did actually stream one day. I did played it for a couple hours, but just because that day I felt like doing something different, and I really wanted to play it. It was the day after I got it, but then I kind of wanted to focus on finishing this up for Mario Kart. Yeah, I'm right with you there on holding off for the Switch 2. I normally do. Again, I don't know if you were earlier when I had mentioned, but it was actually at least 2 or 3 years after the Switch came out that I actually got the Switch. But because I know when the Switch first came out, really the only big game that I wanted was the Zelda game. But I had already had for the Wii. I had bought Twilight Princess for that. So when they had or not Twilight Princess, Breath of the Wild. I had Breath of the Wild on the Wii, so I kept. So I held off on that until more games came out. So that was a few years later, but this time with the Switch 2, I was really looking forward to the new Mario Kart game. And since I had just recently started streaming, I felt like I love Mario Kart and playing with other people, and so I thought, well, if I can get a pre-order for the Switch 2, then I'll definitely do it. And everything seemed to go through just fine. I should be getting my pre-order from Walmart the day of, so I was just like, all right, I got the money for it. I had been saving up for a long while, because I knew it was coming and I had a feeling it was going to be more expensive. So I had already had the money saved in my bank account for it when it came out. So I was just like, all right, let's do it. If I can get my pre-order, then I'm destined to get it. And everything went through. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. But I definitely don't blame anybody that wants to hold off, especially if we want to see if the games will come down in price. Only time will tell for that. I feel like the system probably won't. I personally felt that the system price was reasonable. I liked it a little bit cheaper, sure, but I felt the system price was reasonable. But which is why I wanted to get the bundle, because I felt like Mario Kart for $50 seemed a way better of a price than $80. I feel like $80 was a bit excessive for it. I was already like in my mind thinking, well, $70 games was already kind of on that tipping point. And then when they said 80, I was like, oh, what are you thinking? Yeah. And I know people want the systems, but I know I've been hearing even now, even though a lot of places, a lot of stores and that, and even Nintendo have been trying to hinder scalpers by not allowing people to just buy up as many systems as they want, which I think was a great idea, but still, you get scalpers out there. I'm still hearing people, I haven't looked personally because I don't care to, but I've heard, people saying that there's some scalpers on different places wanting to charge like $1,000 for a Switch 2, and I'm just like, oh, like, I think that's ridiculous, and yeah, I think people, no matter how badly you want it, should refuse scalpers. I just think that's completely unnecessary, but to each their own. If somebody wants it that badly, yeah, absolutely, yeah. That's why I said I feel they did what we wanted, and the Switch, I feel, is a great console. I like being able to have it be portable and a home console. I love that fact that they did that, because I personally, I like the home console and I do it from time to time, but at the same time I do a lot of handhelds, and I know in the past, I was buying buying the N64, buying the GameCube, buying the all the systems, and then buying the DS and the 3DS and all those things, and you think about all the money you spend on all those different systems put together, and you realize that just paying for one system that does both, I feel like you get it. Oh yeah, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a Nintendo fanboy for sure. I know there are definitely people out there that look down on people like that, but honestly, when I think about it, I would categorize myself the same way. Does it mean that I agree with everything Nintendo does? Absolutely not. But they are a business, and I know how businesses operate, so from the business side of things, you never love what businesses do to make money all the time, but in the end, that's what they're in it for, is to make money, and we just hope that they listen to us as the consumer to give us what we want. Yeah, and like you said, with the Switch 2 being exactly what we wanted. We wanted a better Switch, and they gave it to us. So I feel, they listen for the most part. But again, that's my only issue is an $80 price point for games. Will I still buy them? Yeah, because I like Nintendo games. So I will still buy them, and they know that we will, and so they want to make money. But I can't hold that against them as a company. I just hope that if they listen to their fans and realize that, hey, it's getting excessive, that they will listen and cut us a break. because we like the game, we like the system, and we like the games, and I love Nintendo. I love Nintendo games, so I'll do what I gotta do. I'm here to be a champion. What do you tend to do when you become a champion? Stronger, battle Nimona, find treasure. Yeah, I want to find treasure. Which... I don't know which gym would be harder, so I guess... I don't know. We'll say Levencia. The gym leader. Yono. Good. I'm always afraid of remembering the gym leaders' names. Yono was electric. I do remember that. Building the skills needed for the champion assessment is no small feat. You must have met a lot of Pokemon. What was the category of Pokemon you chose to be your first partner? Oh yeah, the Firecroc. Now please forgive me, but I'm going to repeat a previous question. What do you intend to do when you become champion? Finding treasure. Ah, yes, that's right. Final question of the interview. Do you like Pokemon? Nah, I hate Pokemon. That's the only reason why I went through every gym match and every star battle. Of course I like Pokemon. Good job. That about wraps up the interview. And let me be the first to congratulate you. You just passed the first part of the champion assessment. On your first try too, no less. Don't think anyone's done that since Nimona. But anyway, time to switch gears and get ready for the next segment. The second segment we call the Elite Test. And you'll be facing the Elite Four in Pokemon battles. And in person. I guess that's pretty obvious from the name of the test, huh? Anyway, we're the best the league has to offer. You'll be facing us 4 in a row, no turning back. This won't be a cakewalk, I promise you that. Make sure you're all ready, then go to the room behind me. Alright, let's give us a save right here. And then we'll be ready to take on the Pokemon League here in just a moment. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you.